Good morning. I'm walking out to the garden today. Oh, Colsa wants to come, and usually my morning rounds involve grabbing him, turning on the wellhead, then walking out to the garden, which is over here. And I go into the greenhouse. We've had so much rain I don't need to water my outside garden, but I am going to water the inside garden. Anyway, Colson usually comes with me. He's mad that I left him, but I have coffee and I have a camera, so I cannot hold his chain as well. So I'll have to go back and get him in a few minutes or get one of the kids to bring him out. But anyway, I'm gonna come out here and assess the damage from the weekend storm. I think we had hail. We were gone yesterday, and I think somebody up here said there was some hail. I don't see anything looking too bad, but the greenhouse hasn't been watered because whenever it is like complete torrential downpour, of course I'm not out here, and so then the greenhouse doesn't get watered either. So actually I have this like nifty little hay braid that Brenda made that I tie closed to my garden because the animals, if there's even a little hole, they'll push through. So I like weave it back and forth. So I have to untangle that to get into the garden, which is where the hose is. But I'm gonna go open the greenhouse because it is sunny today. And yesterday we left because when we left it was torrential downpour, threat of hail, and so we left it closed. Well, then the sun came out in the afternoon and it ended up getting 103 in there. So that's really bad. It should not get that hot in the greenhouse. Let's assess the damage. Pull it open, Asher. Ooh, it's hot in there already this morning. You can see the rain seeps through underground, but I don't think it's quite high enough to actually water any of the plants. So we will water them here in a sec. Here, grab the wood, Asher. Can you turn it? Good job, buddy. I need to let the chickens out too. And I left their feed bucket, which was empty. They're not gonna be very happy about that. Oh well, we'll do that in a minute. Definitely got too hot for those peas. You can tell they're all brown underneath. That one had a blossom on it, but look, probably not gonna make it. Got some peppers here, orange peppers. I've got some dill, some parsley, cilantro. Can't remember what this one is. Maybe oregano. There's some different kinds of tomatoes, yellow brandywine, and then these are my cauliflower and broccoli that I started way early in the spring. They did not grow, so some more tomatoes. These are Martino's Roma tomatoes. There's a dill back there somehow. Then there's some different cherry tomatoes like pink bumblebee, blue cream, Brad's Atomic, I think, and then yellow pear. And I don't know what that is. Emma had it in her garden last year. She thought it was a ginger plant, but we've since discovered that it is not. On this side, we have some tomatoes that haven't been planted yet just because I don't really need anymore. I've planted so many. So I kind of just planted them all out in this flat, and then individually took them out as they, you know, bloomed and replanted them in bigger pots, let them grow for a while, and then these are all I have left. I just stuck them in here because I don't know what else to do with them. Got some cucumbers planted back here. Those are Armenian long arm or something like that. This is, Megan had some kale maybe, or some lettuce down here. That's a tomato. It's looking really sad. Oh, see, it set some fruit. I should have taken that off probably and let it grow. Should I take it off now? Because I think it got too hot. But I should probably pinch that little guy off. And then this is some more kale Megan had in here. Megan built a cold frame by her house, so she's really gardening more over there. Ooh, this guy's really not going to make it. Yikes. This is very frustrating. The greenhouse. I thought the tomatoes in the greenhouse would make it. That is very frustrating. That one looks okay. But I do need to prune it, it looks like. Got a little rosemary going on down there. Yeah, so Megan's lettuces have been planted for a couple of months now. They really should have, like, that's the best one we got, and it's probably been, what, 2 months? They should have been way bigger by now. We should have been harvesting them, and they're just not big enough. So, got some more different tomatoes. I mean, I just stuck tomatoes in everywhere because I'm frustrated with not having a lot of growing space, and so I just went into the greenhouse here and just stuck tomatoes everywhere, and what survives survives and what doesn't. So like some of these I bought at Azure Standard, like these big ones, and then the rest I started from seed, those, and then that's what, like these little ones and all these over here, those are all seed starts that I did. These big plants though, I bought them at Azure, and they were great when I first got them, and it's either gotten too hot in here or they haven't gotten quite enough water over the last couple days, because like I said, it was raining outside. They just went 2 days, but apparently 103 degrees was too much. Even for a tomato. Those are some more pepper starts. The pepper starts didn't do quite as good as the tomato starts, but now we need to go let the chickens out. Problem is, this fence has a charger on it for the sheep. When the sheep get let out, I think they leave it off. I should walk around and check just to make sure. But I don't want to be shocked. Hey guys! I have this over it, but I haven't. It was to protect from hawks when they were in a smaller fence. But now that they're in the big sheep fence, I don't have anywhere to tie it to. So. Hi guys, you ready to get out? I know I'm late. Hi guys. Good morning. Got the chickens taken care of. So I'm gonna sit down in the garden with my coffee, which is now cold, which is par for the course. I still haven't gotten a dog. It's par for the course when you're out here. I, for the most part, drink my coffee inside before I come out, just because I know I'm going to get carried away and it's going to be cold, and I like to drink it hot, unless I make cold coffee. Then I'll drink it cold. But I just wanted to have a little chat today here in the garden about gardening in North Idaho. It is not for the weak of heart, let me tell you. We need 10 greenhouses or a much bigger greenhouse. There are things planted out here. All my bulbs did really well. You can see all my tulips there. I have worked on planting some other things. I know this takes time to establish gardens, and I think probably one of the things that I have trouble with is I do watch other gardeners on YouTube, and most of them live in southern places, so they've been gardening for months and getting like actual harvests now. And I am just starting. Plus, they've had the money to pour into huge gardens right away on their land, or they have established gardens for years. So I'm trying to be patient, you guys. Trying to just enjoy my view. Isn't that lovely? It's going to be more lovely as this lilac bush blooms. I moved some of the daisies over there after they were done blooming, and there's a few strawberries around the bottom. And I'm just planting as I go, creating beds where I can. As I've mentioned, you know, one of the big things is I wanted to do the Charles Dowding method of putting cardboard on top of your existing weeds, soil, grass, whatever. Put cardboard down, cover it with compost, and plant directly in the compost. The biggest problem we have is while we are making compost with all of our manure and hay, it is a long process and we're not good at it. We're just learning. So to bring a truckload of compost in here would, it would cost a lot, and we have considered it several times. But so far we have not been able to get heavy equipment up our road because it's too muddy and rainy. We're hoping by the end of the week to have our road in. It's not supposed to rain for a few days. Well, right now it looks like it's gonna rain. See that thundercloud? But today is the last predicted rain of the week. So that might mean that the road construction crew can come by the end of the week if we dry out for a few days. But I often will come sit out here and just try to enjoy even the small bits that I can. Let's go over here and I'll show you some things that are going right so far. I planted this redbud tree, and look, since I planted it, it's gotten some little growth on it. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna put a columbine right there. I have a columbine in a pot that I'll put right there. Look at that asparagus. It's growing. Not as many of the stalks as I had hoped, although more are still coming up. So there's those. There's some purple ones you can't see as easily when they're small. Like, let's see if I can get it in the shot. There we go. That one right there. But look at how beautiful they are. I did buy asparagus, like crowns they call them, and put them in purple and green. I just put a whole bunch in. I also have seed I was gonna scatter so that we just have more, but I also don't want them to pack together, maybe. Maybe I do, I actually don't know. Let me know if my asparagus should be like packed together full, whole bed full, or if it needs more space than that, and maybe I should create a second bed where I seed. Put your answer in the comments for me. Right now I am creating beds on the cardboard, and then the in-between spaces we're gonna put down wood chips. Now Brenda makes a lot of wood chips, but probably we're gonna go to town. Our local sawmill gives away wood chips on Wednesdays, so we'll probably go get a couple of loads next week and put down in the walkways. That way it can hold some of the cardboard down, because right now I'm having a little problem with like the storm that happened this weekend. It blew away, so even when you wet it, it kind of, you can see it kind of blew off my bed because I didn't have another bed next to this one. Here's some cabbages I planted. I want to finish, I don't have enough soil. Right now I'm just buying bagged soil, and I didn't have enough to finish this bed. So I have more cabbages, but no more soil. There's the columbine that will go in that space over there. It looks like part of it's dying back, but you can see the under part is growing, so. And then I have rose bushes I got for Mother's Day that I will be planting. Oof, those were some more tomatoes I was gonna try to stick in out here as I plant in different beds, but apparently they're a little bit waterlogged. These are my dragon tongue beans, and they're doing amazing. There's like 2 right here that are like contenders, but then all the rest of these are dragon tongues. I have some hostas and some dahlias in there. I was kind of giving them partial shade by putting them behind my chairs because that's the south side where the sun comes, so they could be hardened off over the last few days of rain, and most of them look okay. Maybe a little waterlogged, and maybe it got a little chilly potentially out here last night. My plan is to put a trellis over this walkway, so I put some cucumbers in. I bought some cucumbers at Azure Standard, and then I planted some seeds. So don't think any of the seeds are coming up yet, but I think those are nasturtiums. I have several big bushy nasturtiums around that I planted last year. Actually, there's a foxglove I planted, and I was nervous about that because goats can't have foxglove, but I guess it serves them right if they break into my garden again. There is a blueberry plant there, pink lemonade. It did not really survive, but it is still alive, so I'm hoping it'll come back. It's a whole bunch of, I want to say I scattered, I don't remember. I think it was a daisy-like plant. I can't remember the name of it. I have the packet. I'll have to go look. And then on this side, my friend gave me a whole bunch of strawberry starts that were just invading her walkway. Like hers had all gone out of their raised beds into her walkway. And so she's like, please come take these. And so Megan and I went and we like cleared them out. And I planted a whole bunch here. We planted more over in our berry patch. Here is my potager garden. I'm just trying to create I call it a food forest. I know it may not be the exact definition of a food forest, but I want food and flowers and trees and bushes to all survive together and just be one little happy family. And I want it right outside my kitchen door so I can come out and grab herbs or a tomato or a cucumber for dinner and enjoy the produce and the flowers and all the beauty. So that's what I'm trying to create in this space here. I got a clematis. It is having trouble sticking. I keep wrapping the arms around my little trellis here, but they keep falling in the wind. I have, oops, here's the strawberries I mentioned. And then I don't remember the name of this little flower I planted, and I scattered some other seed in between. Little mushrooms coming up. There's always mushrooms coming up here because it's so wet. Here I have some turnips, and I also scattered echinacea in there. I'm sorry, these are radishes, not turnips, and then echinacea. We have some ranunculus. Look at those beautiful ranunculus. And then peas are climbing up. I need to get my trellis. So on this side, I put peas so that I can trellis peas over this walkway. They are growing well in our cool summer. And then look at all that beautiful garlic. It's not nearly enough to get us through the year, but it's a start of just, let's see, I put a little tomato plant in there too. And my tulips are mostly done for the season. You can see they're kind of done, but it's a few hyacinth that are done. I love these Queen of the Night. Aren't they amazing? We have little tiny snapdragons growing in here. Look at all those. Oh my gosh. I just completely scattered them in here. So I want them to just fill it up. I'm completely enamored with those Queen of the Night tulips. I mean, tulip is my favorite flower. And so, man, they're like dark purple, but they're like black. They're so beautiful. And when they're this little bud and then they bloom out, it's incredible. Love it. And here's another place where we're not doing as well. I've got some comfrey there, but like all of this is lettuce and kale. And you can see, like, I have teeny tiny little red kales. Maybe might be a leaf. No, that might be a romaine. I thought I also had some spinach in here, but I don't see any coming up. Lots of little flowers I scattered in between the rows, but those hyacinth are done for the year. Another nasturtium. I planted a bunch of herbs in here, but the chickens got in and scratched them up. So then I replanted. I'm not sure I planted the same things. And I have this little tiny oregano, which I love that. Look at that variegation. Isn't it amazing? Oh, it's incredible. I love how beautiful that is. Daffodils are done for the year. I have a few more cabbages that haven't been planted yet. And I got this little decoration because I want to hang my, I have a hummingbird feeder that I want to hang from this little trellis thing. And I've seen hummingbirds coming into the garden in the last few weeks. So I really, really want to hang it soon. I have to buy real sugar though. Like, okay, not real sugar. I have to buy white sugar because everyone says you can't even use organic cane sugar to feed hummingbirds. So I don't know, but hopefully I'll get that up soon. I have this gigantic mint plant that I also got from my friend. The problem is I put it in my drink and I don't think it tastes like mint. Like, I don't know, it looks like mint. It doesn't smell a lot like mint. It smells a little like mint, like a little mint after hint. And I just don't know what to do with it because it's maybe mint. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what might look like mint and kind of act a little bit like mint but not really taste like mint. Maybe it's just too mature. I don't know. I just don't think it's good. It kind of has this, I can't even think what the taste is, but anyway, it's just not mint. The last thing I'm going to show you here is some raspberries. Why, hello, pumpkin cat. So these are the raspberries. I have planted them way too close together, I know it, but this is the space and the amount of dirt I had to put them in. So this is what I did, and I left a space there because I wanted to buy a second one. This one's called a fall gold, so it'll have yellow blooms and the other ones will be red. And I wanted to put a yellow one in that space too, so that it'll be really pretty and multicolored. And I guess the last thing I'll show you is my bucket of trees. They're even blooming. I don't know if I should pick those blooms off. Tell me if I should pick tree blooms off. I think those are apple trees. Yeah, I have 2 plums and 2 apples. And mainly I am waiting to get a little bit of fencing. Like, I need to fence them. Oh, hi kitty. So that the animals don't eat them. But I need Brendan's help building a couple of little fence rounds to put around the trees. I just think the cows are gonna knock it right over. The goats are gonna climb it. I mean, I'm just nervous. It's not gonna work out, but we'll see. Well, it's been a great day in the garden. It's about to rain, so I'm gonna go. But thank you for watching, and if you have not yet, please subscribe to our channel. Click the like button because it will help show you more videos like this and help show our video to other people who like this type of content. And we'll see you next time.